Hello and welcome into the season debut of Royal Bettors NHL Picks and Predictions. Hockey season's finally here. Tonight is opening night, and we're excited to bring you our picks, predictions, props for tonight's slate of games and throughout the whole season. So I'm Jaric Rubel. I started basically betting on sports last season. That was my first time, get around in a sports book. December 2020 is when I made my first bet, and throughout the regular season in hockey, we were up. I was up 34.4 units. The playoffs were a little rough, but we were super profitable throughout the whole season, about 15 units, and we're looking to continue the fun, this season in the NHL. We got a full 82 to work with.
Yep. I didn't really record my units for my betting, but I'm pretty sure I made profits.
He was up there with me. I went through he
Yeah.
might have been like, if not better than me to an extent, because I went through a point like February, early March where I couldn't win a damn thing in the regular season. And he stayed with the course. He didn't really struggle. So I think he was probably a little bit better than me, if I would be honest.
I just never recorded like any of my bets that I ever made. I just kind of went through with it. Whatever happened. But
you just scroll through our text and you'll probably find what the bets were.
Right. This season's different. I'm writing down everything. I want to actually know exactly what happened. So
right, and it'll all be documented right here on this very YouTube channel. And it would be awesome for you watching this video, or if you're catching us live, if you could subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, comment, because anything helps get us to the top of the page when you search NHL picks and predictions. And that's kind of the goal, to build this sucker throughout the season and hopefully seasons beyond. So for today, we are going to get into the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Tampa Bay Lightning, and the Seattle Kraken taking on the Vegas Golden Knights.
I thought you were going right at it. Well, we have Pittsburgh and Tampa.
Discussing what the whole show is about. So we'll give you breakdowns for those and, what we like for that. Player props, I know I have a few. I'm sure Jake has some. And I also want to feature DFS in this show, because that's something I don't really see too often when I'm scrolling through different shows. And I'm a big daily fantasy player. That's kind of where I got my start, and deciphering all this stuff throughout the NHL.
Because we weren't old enough to do a sports book.
Right,
so
now
we have.
It's 18 then. Now we're 21, so it's all good there. But yeah, I mean, I kind of grew up playing daily fantasy because of my uncle. He played a lot of that, and I would watch him build lineups and stuff through, and I'd be over there on the holidays and whatnot. And I thought it was fascinating. And then I finally got into it, and yeah, I love it all. So let's go jump on in here. Tampa Bay Lightning hosting the Pittsburgh Penguins. There's going to be a banner ceremony tonight, the second consecutive for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now, the Pittsburgh Penguins are going to be without Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, Jake Gensel. They're going to be without the whole squad.
Zach Aston Reese, don't leave him out.
Aston Reese out. Yep, sorry, ZR. I mean, Jari's going to get the start and goal. I mean, Brian Rust, you ought to think he and Jeff Carter are going to have to carry the workload if Pittsburgh wants any kind of chance here.
Yeah, and I don't see that working out too much for him. And I mean, I don't know if it's just because I remember Pittsburgh losing 10-1 to the Hawks, but I just feel like
that was actually their second game of that season. They lost 4-3
overtime
to the Blues in the opener, because that was their
so it was just our home opener.
It was our opener that night.
Game. Yeah, gotcha. Well,
their opener.
I don't know. Opener. I'm all over Tampa for this game. I don't see Pittsburgh doing much at all without their
I mean, I think last year, people always say the team, raising the banner always starts slow. I don't think that's the case. Last year, my very first NHL bet I ever made was Tampa over 2.5 goals in the first period against the Hawks last year. That easy winner. It was 3-0 after the first period. Tampa blew them out of the water. Now, I don't think that's going to happen tonight, but I definitely think Tampa will get on the board early. I mean, they could lead after one. Maybe Pittsburgh's able to score one, get a power play chance early. I mean, everyone's special teams groups are going to be rusty.
Yep, agreed. I think that it's going to be I personally think it's going to be a blowout, but we'll see how that goes.
I'd probably lead on that side too. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if one or less for Pittsburgh. I mean, if it's like 4-1 Tampa, 5-1, maybe 5-2, like I wouldn't be surprised.
But for in Tampa wise, first period, I mean, I guess you look at last year, but their 19 last games, only 3 first period goals allowed in their 19 last first periods.
Yeah.
So it's like,
There you go.
I
And I
don't
know
know.
throughout the playoffs, I granted my playoff record was not good at all, but I know I had some success with Tampa's second period in the playoffs because something to do with that long change. Teams can't keep up, and Tampa has so much speed and skill. They just blow them out of the water, especially late in that period. So, I
you were
mean,
all over
I'm
that
not
one.
betting Tampa's second period. I'm not exactly going to bet them in the first period. What I am going to bet, and I know you're on the same side, is the puck line, Tampa minus 1.5.
Yes,
And the
that.
value is way gone
Yeah,
now. I
don't.
mean, it's even money now at plus 100. I got it at plus 150.
Yeah, it's crazy to me because the day the lines opened up, I go look and I was very confused. Tampa was minus 145 or something to win. I'm like, why are they minus 145? I think they're gonna blow them out. So I took the puck line right away. It was plus 175 that I got it at, and now it's down to literally plus 100. And I'm like, I was before because we knew Crosby and Malkin were out at that point, and even if I don't know, even if they were playing, I'd still be on Tampa. But knowing that they were out and the lines opened up at not very big difference, so I
There's the game.
snagged that.
I let it get away from me, but the Jets, Winnipeg for tomorrow, they were just like minus 114 on the money line when the lines first opened up. Like it was almost a pick 'em. And it was like in July or August because I was just looking and I was like, I should bet this. And I just didn't. And obviously they're like minus 150 on the money line now.
Yeah, against the Ducks. I guess. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, the puck line. That's up there as one of my favorite bets for this two slate of games here.
Yeah,
One other
I
one
mean,
I want
go
to
ahead.
I want to
Go
talk
right
about.
ahead.
So it's on FanDuel. It was like one of the special, not a boost, but like a special bet you could do, and it was basically who's gonna score the most goals today. So between these four teams, and Tampa
Oh, you
was
were telling
plus,
me about this.
yeah, they were plus 185 to open up, and I put some money down on it. I think it's down to plus 165 now, if I'm correct. I don't
Nice.
remember exactly, but I thought that was 165 now to be the highest scoring team. I thought that was a good bet for them as well.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to get onto the prop side of this for tonight's game in Tampa Bay. Now, I mean, my props are all Tampa heavy in this one. I don't really see Pittsburgh getting much of anything. Unless you want to look at some shots on goal props, but I'm not really going to touch with those. So I like Braden Point to score a goal tonight, plus 180. Corey Perry plus 400 anytime goal score. That's going to be a sneaky play. I could definitely see him getting on the board tonight. First game with Tampa Bay. I mean, by the time it's the third period, he could get one of them greasy ones. Now, what I'm about to say here is completely kind of for fun. I mean, if you don't want, I'm not telling you to bet this whatsoever. But if you want to bet Corey Perry to score the last goal at plus 2,200, why not? That's a guy who will definitely clean up an empty netter. It is throughout my course of
See,
watching hockey. He and Marchand have always been those guys who you're just like, yeah, F them. It's the guys that everybody hates, and then of course they get the empty netter. Story goes
like
on.
that's a type of bet that I feel like not most people out there are gonna make. Besides, like, well, I mean, we're telling you to make them, but like me and you, based off literally just watching hockey every day, just that gut feeling, you're like, this is gonna happen, and like 50% of the time, it does happen for us. Like when we're
Because
like,
like
this game's gonna be a blowout, just because that's just what I'm feeling when I woke up, because like I know hockey, and like it happens. So
and
like.
I almost like I know we don't say that with an ego either. I think that's more us saying like, "Hey, come join us."
Yeah,
We're fun to
it's like
talk
we take a
hockey with. Like I
passion
get
in
what you're
this.
saying.
It's not like
Exactly.
we're not trying to make like yeah, we're trying to make money, but like we're not out here like all right, we're doing this to make money, follow us. Like no, like this is just
We're out here
like
trying to
me
give
and
you like the best information
yeah,
possible.
this YouTube channel is literally a version of our text. Because if we
It
didn't have
really
this
is.
YouTube channel, we would just be texting you and you'd be like, yo, Corey Perry's probably gonna score the last goal just cuz. And then I'd be like, oh, okay, dude, sure. And then it happens and we're like, uh, okay. So it's like little things like that. But
Yeah, I mean,
um
I
but
love throwing. Like honestly, probably like once a show, I'll probably give out like a super long odd shot pick just for the hell
yeah.
of it. I mean, I'm not telling you to put $50 on it. Like I'll probably put like 50 cents on it if it's like plus 4,000. Like I'm not trying to spend Like, I'm young. I still got money to, spend and save up. I'm not trying to, spend my whole bankroll, but I'm not also trying to have
Right?
you guys
Yeah,
lose
like
money, if that makes sense.
because a
Like,
bet
I'm not
like
just
that.
I do take
Uh,
pride in having like my picks be right, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want
yeah,
to be wrong for the sense like I think I know the sport. Like, I want to do good.
yeah, and then like a bet like that at plus 2,200. I mean, you throw $2.50 on it, and you just make
Exactly.
$50. Like it's seems so simple to just drop $2 on it to make around $50. So it's like it's
I
worth it.
mean, that hat trick prop last year, like, who would have ever tweeted that one out? Like, let's
Yeah,
be
that
real.
was because you chose a random ass day. Like
Well, because I knew
it.
Draisaitl owned Otto. I don't know. I'm already thinking about
Yeah,
that for when they meet this year.
yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
Anyways,
I want to go
I
over
got
a
one
few
less.
more
Yeah,
because
I got one
oh,
less
you go.
prop in this Tampa game. Sorry. I like Kucherov
Go
over
ahead.
1.5 points. I think he could end up with a goal and an assist, 2 assists. I mean, I think at plus 130, that's good odds for him. I think they're probably going to get 2 goals on the power play. He's going to be out there. I mean,
Yeah,
at that value, I think that's really nice.
I fully agree. I also bet that after we talked. But I don't really have much on the other game, so I'm gonna give a lot of what I have for this game. Um, so we said point to score, and then there was a what's it called? Like a player prop double performance or whatever they're called, where it's like somebody to score and win. So it was point and Tampa to win.
Oh, player
So I did
parlay or
that.
whatever.
Yeah, whatever
Is that
those are
what they
called.
call
So it's
it?
like
Something
yeah,
like
like
that. Yeah.
point to score and Tampa to win. I did that one. I like I said, we were talking about these $2 bets to make $50. Like Tampa to win 4-1 and Tampa to win 5-1.
That sounds
I
like
mean the
more than
odds
pizza money to me.
the
Sounds like
odds are
decent
like
dinner.
right, dude. I mean that like what's wrong with throwing down $2 on that to make
And
it
it
fifty
works. I'm
dollars?
telling you, you make
Yeah,
5 of those, I guarantee at
yep.
least one of them is going to come super
There
close
was
to
one
hitting.
game I remember. I think it was Islanders versus Rangers, and for whatever reason I was feeling a 0-0 game, and it
I
literally went. I don't know if
remember
you
this. I
remember it.
remember this.
Yeah, it was 0-0 the entire game up till the third period with like 13 minutes. And my brother was next to me, and like I'm sitting here, it was like 250 to make $100 or something.
You were like, I'm betting
And
no goals the rest of regulation or something like that, right?
I bet 0-0 at the before the game
Okay.
started
Exact
as the final
score. Okay.
score. And I'm sitting there and it's like cash out's like $50. And my brother's like, wait till it gets to 60, wait till it gets to 60. And we're watching, and then I'm like, all right, it's
Sounds
at
like deal or
58.
no
And
deal.
right when it got around to $60, they scored. I was like, dang. And it ended 1-0. I was like, well, so I almost cashed that out. But
It's the fun
that's
rides.
on to the next. I got also Tampa over 3.5 goals. That was
I
I don't
thought
know.
about that. I almost want to add that to my card, but I don't know.
Yeah, because it keeps going with like along with my prediction of 4-1-5-1 with Tampa over 3.5 and
It
Pittsburgh
does.
under 1.5. I've also bet that too. Literally not a lot of money at all, but I thought it was worth it because I think it's gonna happen. And then I also have Kucherov anytime. Kucherov plus 2 points.
Nice.
So yeah, that would be my. I think I'm good at that. Yeah.
All right, so those are the player props Jake likes. He's also on Tampa minus 1.5. He likes over 3.5 goals, and I believe that's plus 105, right?
Yeah, it's right around plus 105. Yeah.
I
And then
like
same with
Tampa minus 1.5. I like Point and Perry anytime goal scorers. I like Kucherov over 1.5 points. And if you like Perry to score the last goal with me, why not have some fun with me? Make that part of the fun throughout the weekly basis here.
that would
Have some
be a
odd ones.
great dude. That would be some start to the
It would be a
season.
great
Forget
start, right?
that. Right.
All
All
right,
right. Would like to move
we're
on to
going
the
out
next
west to
game.
the desert. The newly acquired into the NHL, I guess you could say, Seattle Kraken taking on the junior, I
Yes.
guess, of the expansion clubs, the Vegas Golden Knights. And Seattle's dealing with some COVID issues. I know McCann's out, Yarncroke's out, Alexiak's out. There's a couple of names I'm missing off the top of my head.
Uh,
Before, I'm gonna get this clear.
Donskoy.
So I was supposed to have Wi-Fi here like a week ago, and they canceled, and because we're switching companies, and they just haven't shown up. So I'm over here with like a very minimal setup at the moment. So if I miss a couple names, I'm so sorry.
It
But
was
yeah, they're
Donskoy
dealing
was
with
one of them. I know that much.
Don Square. Yeah, thank you. They're dealing with COVID
Nice.
issues, and I'm really liking Vegas in the first period here because my thought is they don't really know what lines Seattle they're going to throw out there. They're going to have a lot of minor leaguers out there kind of floating around. So they need roster spots. Now, I think it's going to be dysfunctional for them in the first 20 minutes. I think it's going to take some time for them to get their legs and get the chemistry going. I think Vegas will jump on them here 1-0, maybe 2-0 even. I think minus half a goal plus 115 is a very
I
good play in
like
this
it.
one.
And just watching Vegas games, like the energy in the stadium at the beginning of a game for Vegas, it just seems like it's just different. I remember
Vegas
so
in
many
them
games where it's
first
like,
home games of the season here. Now,
yeah,
they've blown out everybody in the home opener. Now, I don't know if that's how it's going to be tonight. I'm not exactly leaning that way, but I wouldn't be shocked.
yeah. I agree with that. I think they'll go out, like, come out pretty fast. They usually do. I remember a lot of games last year with like literally 2 minutes in, they'll have a goal and the stadium just erupts. That's always something to watch for. One bet I do like, which I was kind of shocked that it's up there. Hopefully that they don't have a blowout, but it's on DraftKings. It's like the race to 1 goal, 2 goal, 3 goal, 4 goal. Like who's gonna get there
Okay.
first? And the neither option for race to 4, because I think personally, I think this
That's
game.
probably better than the under, huh?
Yeah, I personally think the game was gonna end 2-2, but with these the
Yeah,
COVID thing, I don't know if that'll
me,
happen
same
anymore.
page.
Yeah,
I
but at
know.
first I thought the game would end around 2-2, go to overtime, whatever. I threw a bet on that as the final score of regulation to be 2-2. But with this race to 4, it's plus 100 or minus 105 or something. I don't think either team scores 4 goals. I
I don't
don't see
think
it
so
happening.
either, unless
So
an
I
empty
thought that
net,
was
you could say.
actually a really nice bet for
Yeah.
what it
What
for what it's worth.
you touched on the draw, and that's something I've been feeling for like the past month with this game. Now,
Yeah,
I've always thought 2-2 going to OT. Now, with the COVID stuff, I don't know. This could end up turning into a complete disaster.
yeah,
But my whole thought was this is ESPN's first night with hockey, right? In a long time. Now, this is a super crazy theory to an extent. Like it might make like you probably won't, go with it. Maybe you will. I don't know. But I think it's almost like a ratings grab to where West might give
when
Seattle a
you
couple power plays at the end. Like Seattle might have a chance to tie it, and maybe they do tie it. Then we get overtime. Like
yeah
it just seems like it's gonna be one of those games that everyone's gonna be watching late at night, where it just feels where
yeah when
it's
you
opening
talked about
night.
that,
Like
I when you talked about that, like I know it's not anything that we can like actually believe, but like it's got to be an
right, like look
idea.
at all these effing primetime games in football. Flag, 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 flag. Keep it going here. Points here.
Yep. Get to overtime no matter what we can do. Help the other
Like that
team that's
Niners
down.
game
Like
2 weeks ago against Green Bay. Oh, both like I couldn't watch it. It was
yeah,
so bad.
that was awful. Especially having bets on it. That sucked
Literally.
because you're like it basically felt unfair. So
All right.
um
Anyways, you got anything else on the game portion, or you ready to go to the props? If you have any.
um nah, I'm good.
All right. Well, I have one player prop for this game, and it's kind of a flyer. I like Riley Smith over half a point, minus 115. He's playing on the second line center by William Karlsson, and he's going to get power play time now. All he needs is like a secondary assist or something. I just thought that this value here is really good for Riley Smith in the position he's in because, I mean, power play time. He always seems to get on the score sheet. Him, Marshall show. I mean, I don't think it's going to be a Pacioretty or Stone night. I think they're going to be
I
put in
don't
check.
I agree.
So I think
I actually like the third line a lot. I don't know what's up with I don't know why. But Dadnov, Nolan Patrick, and
you've been big. Someone said that he switched the Don off now or something. It sounds like it's super strange. It doesn't sound like
Dadnov.
Dadanoff at
Is it
all.
not Dadnov?
It's like dotted off now or something. Like he
No.
changed it. Like how
He
Panic with the
changed it.
Panic, like
Oh, well, we're
all
gonna
that
stick to
weird stuff.
Dadnov till I learn otherwise. But I don't know.
All right,
I think he's a really good
you
player. And I
like him
don't
as
know
a
if he's
flyer for anytime goal scorer, right?
I didn't bet it, but he's in my lineup, so if you
All
want to
right,
talk
yeah,
DFS after
DFS. All
this in a
right, so
minute.
like I said, I want to get to DFS and the show on a day-to-day basis. So all right, so I was on Riley Smith over half a point, minus 115. That's out of the way. Let's get to DFS now. So I'm not exactly like a pro DFS player, right? But this almost goes along with how I feel about goal props. Now, I always like to join like the, maybe $1, $3 single entry DraftKings lobbies so people don't flood it with millions of their own lineups.
Yeah, only
And I
single
mean,
entry.
I'm
Tip.
the
I was
single
gonna give a
entry is
tip
big.
to yeah, do the single entry. Do not do anything else because there are professional people out there that go into the non-single entry ones and enter like 6 lineups with the exact same lineup except they'll switch out like one player and they run it because they're I don't know where they get their stats and stuff from, but
Here's the thing.
they
Okay, no, we don't use computer models and graphs and all this
yeah,
stuff. We go off of what goes on in our head. That plain and simple. The most stuff that'll like be based off of a computer is our good friend Chris Otto. He makes first period, second period, third period like graphs, with first period over trends and first period money line trends and that stuff. So like that I'll look at, and like sometimes I'll look at covers and I'll look at like expected goals for and goals against. Like other than that, it's basically what goes on in my head and like what I know about the rosters and the players and just trends that I've learned from watching hockey a lot of
yeah,
years.
very true.
So
I would
back to the
you
DF.
want to say yeah, you can say your lineup or your players.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So this I kind of put together quickly. I mean, there's not a lot for me to go off of because there hasn't been a lot of games. Now, this is basically how I feel what's going to go on tonight. I like Braden Point to score. He's in there. Sorelli on the second line's a cheap sleeper that, maybe he could get an assist or two, maybe a cheap goal in front. I mean, he's playing
And the
with
power play
Stamkos.
unit.
He'll be on
And
that
like
second
on the
power
power
play
play.
unit.
So.
Yeah. And then I'm kind of Tampa heavy here to an extent. I got Kucherov in there because I think he's going to get over 1.5. I got Perry in there because I do think he's going to score one way or another. I truly do feel good about Corey Perry tonight. And Vasilevsky's my goalie just because he was cheaper than Leonard, which I thought was kind of crazy.
Which made no, dude. My jaw dropped.
So that was
how?
just like I have to do that.
I think it's based on shots on goal, but like that's why because they'll
I
think
could get that
Seattle will put
shutout
more
bonus from him
shots.
tonight. I mean,
Yeah,
maybe 1 or 2.
exactly.
I don't know. We'll see. It's night one for everyone. We're
Yeah.
getting our feet wet here.
Yeah.
But Hedman's in there on defense, and then two other wingers I like. Eberle, because he's going to be on the top power play unit playing that left wing, and I think he could maybe get that late tying goal that I was talking about Seattle could get on the power play. I'm still really feeling that. I think it's going to be a 2-2 game still. I really, really do. And Adam Larson on defense, he's also going to be on the power play. He'll get some penalty killing time, so he'll get to block some shots. I mean, I think that's a good cheap play. I like Chernak too, but obviously I had enough money so I could put Hedman in there. Chernak gets in a lot of shot blocking lanes. Like shot blocking is big. Like I think if you get the bonus once he blocks 3 or 4. So if he blocks 4 shots, that's almost 5-6 points there on their own, which is huge. And if he gets an assist, that's double digits for a cheap defenseman, which is awesome. Like most of my lives feature two cheap defensemen, one cheap defenseman. So yeah, I got Point, Sorelli, Eberle, Kucherov, Riley Smith, Victor Hedman, Adam Larson, Andrei Vasilevsky, and Corey Perry. Hopefully you guys can remember all that.
I guess yeah.
I'll tweet everything out too at my Twitter. You'll see it right. Where's my finger? Right there. Jaric rubel.
Yeah, I'm not like totally confident with my entire lineup, but like
if I'm gonna be honest, I'm not confident with my DFS lineup tonight either. Like this is totally me just getting back into the swing of things. I haven't even opened up. I did one daily fantasy lineup for football so far this year. Like I'm still getting back into
football fantasy. If we want to talk that, dude, I've cashed every week for football fantasy. I don't know how, but I do the $5 single entry ones, and I've cashed $5 or $10 every week for the past 5 weeks. I don't know what it is, but like it's whatever. But my favorite thing to do is in fantasy hockey is find a line and stack. And I stacked the 3 on that line.
I'll tell you right now, Bennett, Duclair, Huberdeau is going to be on my radar like every night.
I just hope that's not too expensive. That's my
I think they might have caught on. Like Bennett and Duclair were cheap last year.
Yeah. So last year, because you talked about Sorelli being a cheap second liner, last year the Sorelli, Stamkos, and who's the third guy on their line?
I think Matthew Joseph's on it tonight. Again, I don't have the effing Wi-Fi, so I don't have all the.
But that line, no, it's not. I can't think of who it is. Either way, that was like my favorite stack last year was Cirelli with Stamkos and this person for some reason I can't think, which I'm
When
pulling up
Brady
right now.
Tkachuk comes
Killorn.
back, him and
Killorn.
Batherson, mwah.
But we're talking about for tonight.
I know.
I didn't do it tonight because I'm not feeling it. I have Cirelli in my lineup just because he is a cheap second line center. But Killorn and Cirelli and Stamkos was my line last year. And when they would go off, they would all go off because they would all get that point in the same play. All three of them would get a point.
Yeah.
One of them being getting the goal. And that line would crush things for me last year. So I don't have that tonight. But I have Point in Kucherov, which is pretty expensive. I didn't throw Palat in there just because, I don't know, I wasn't feeling it, I guess. But Point, Kucherov, and Cirelli. And then you talk about Corey Perry, and I think Tampa's going to be putting up a lot of goals tonight. So I have Colton and Perry, which they should be on the third line tonight.
Colton, man,
together.
that's a guy. I liked him last year, and he could be in the mix for the Calder Trophy because he's still considered.
Yeah, he's up there. So, and then I have my two defenders are Hedman and Giordano. Hedman's going to be involved, obviously, I think.
Yeah.
And then, he's the number one defenseman probably every week. But Giordano, he's going to be on the power play for Seattle. I'm hoping there'll be a lot of power plays, a lot of opportunities. He's their, guy. He's the captain, right? Yeah. Yeah, he's the guy. And then I had money for Vasilevsky. Obviously, I'm going to take that one. And then I talked about Dadonov as just, I don't know. I just looked at the names, know how the players, I was feeling him, so that's my lineup.
All right, I like it. So that's our DFS portion of the show. Before we get to best bets, Jake has me thinking about the stacks. Now, for anybody watching this, on the sportsbook side of things, once in a while, like maybe 4 or 5 times throughout the season, I'll find a game where I'll tackle it from like many different perspectives. I'll do puck line win regulation, team total over for one team total under for another, maybe a player prop. I'll stack it in plenty ways from one and come out a big winner.
I'm not
going to say I'm not a big winner, but 3 of the 4 that I did last year, I mean, they were really good. Not that
No, you had you got on with another streamer for doing this stuff, and you called it out on his podcast, right? And
I did.
It was your time on there, and you hit it. Like, that's huge. But about that, I kind of feel that tonight. I didn't go big betting because I'm still sketchy about it being day
tomorrow.
one.
I like tomorrow's slate, if I'm gonna be honest. Tomorrow's sexy. Stick around for that one. We'll be live at 9 a.m. Not 3 p.m.
Yeah,
9 a.m.
But like I said, I have Tampa winning by 3-4 goals is my prediction. I have their over in their goals and Pittsburgh's under. Like, I have it all stacked up. It's just not full confidence, but it's there. At least. All right. I think we're covered everything.
Yep. So I'm going to get to my best bet. I like tonight, I mentioned it earlier, Vegas first period puck line minus half a goal plus $1.15. I think Seattle's going to come out dysfunctional. They don't really know what they got in terms of line combinations. And Vegas is ready to rock and roll. And they're on home ice. They always seem to start great at home in that first home game of the season. I think they're going to come out flying, and maybe it's just 1-0, maybe it's 2-0, but I think the pace will settle down in the second and third period mightily.
Yes, I totally agree on that. I can see Vegas going up 1 or 2-0, and second period 0 goals, third period see what happens. Like, that's how I see that game playing out. My best bet has kind of lost all value, but where I got it at
it's a
great
good
value.
I almost made it mine, but I didn't want to be the same.
Yeah, plus 100. I guess you'll take it too, but Tampa minus 1.5. I'm all over that tonight. And then I was kind of mad because when the lines first came out, I bet Tampa and Vegas money lines together parlayed, and it came out to plus 127. And FanDuel has a boost right now for them both to win at plus 150. And I was like,
wow.
Dang. I hope boosts don't kill tonight.
You got ahead of the curve and everything.
Yeah, right. I'm like, all right, we're good. Plus 127. That's never gonna be seen.
Right.
So now it's plus 100 if you parlay them, but they have it boosted to 150. So, but I think that could be a winner. So,
All right. Is that a
yeah,
wrap?
I think that's a wrap. But I mean, we should give a heads up. Go bet the Habs money line right now before
I'm
it's too
really
late.
feeling the Habs. I think that price if Marner gets ruled out and McKinnon's out, like I don't know what the Hawks price is gonna be. Those are two teams that we're eyeing for tomorrow. So yeah, I mean, there's another big underdog that I like that wears red, white, and blue. We'll get to that on Wednesday's episode. As for Tuesday, episode 1 of the 2021-22 season, that'll conclude it. I've been Jaric Rubel. That's been Jake Elder. Please follow us on Twitter at our little Twitter, handles we have in our boxes here. Follow the show Twitter at Royal Bettors. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit the like button on this video. Comment. Let us know what you guys think. And we'll be live 7 days a week throughout this entire NHL season. 3 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Every other day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday will be 9 a.m. And that's where you'll find us right here on this very YouTube channel tomorrow at 9 a.m. Thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. Enjoy the hockey season. Enjoy the games tonight. Take care.
I also want to put in this little outro. And thank you guys for coming out. And have a good first day of hockey.
For anybody who didn't get that, the show name is based off of a song called Royal Beggars by Architects. We're metalheads. So yeah, that's where the show name originates from.
Sounds very similar, so I made that little.
If you don't like screaming, I'm sorry.
But it's all fun and games. Everybody. All right.
Enjoy the night.
See you tomorrow.